Hi Libra, this is Lee at Fresh Astrology, and we are looking at April 2018. If you want a personal reading with me, an astrological forecast reading, go to www.freshastrology.com. You can also order life coaching sessions. I do that as well. And I also have a few events coming up. One's online on March 18th. It has to do with money, career, and improving your finances, and using astrology kind of as a guide. And also some life coaching techniques to help you kind of work with the psychology of money and the emotion of money. Uh, Also on March 22nd, I have a local event in Raleigh at Dancing Moon Bookstore. It's the same theme. So take advantage of that if you would like to work on those issues. So Libra, the theme for everybody in April has to do with in the developmental stage where you are right now, trying to achieve whatever it is you're trying to achieve. April is a bit of a cocoon phase or a holding period. It doesn't mean there's nothing going on. There's a lot going on, but it's not getting you always the result you want. Like you're waiting and you're waiting, you want something to happen, you want something to happen, you want to get something. So it's very relationshipy and a little bit to do with money, but maybe you're wanting somebody to propose or ask you out, and it's just not happening, it's just not happening, it's just not happening, and you may be inclined to just lose hope. Don't do that, because this is just a holding phase. April is a time for review, to analyze, to backtrack, to restate and recommunicate certain things with partners. Could be business partners, could be love partners, could be friends, could be exes. If you have an ex, you may be reviewing and revising your agreements for whatever. Could be alimony, could be child custody, could be child support. Time you spend with the kids could be up for grabs, like changing that around. But you're in a place of not having the final result. You're going to have a lot more momentum starting mid-May, and things will really move for you at that time. What can move? Well, you might get a big jump in income. So it could be a job. You might, if you're waiting for a relationship to move to the next level, or you're waiting for a relationship to start, that could happen. If you're waiting for money to come in through an ex, you're waiting for that and it just hasn't happened, and it's been dragging and dragging and dragging, you're finally going to get some action beginning mid-May. So the money may not zoom into your bank account in mid-May, but something that happens around that time gets things moving. So you finally get moving with some things that have to do with money and relationships. So with business partners, there may be some big changes in how the money flows or who gets what. So you may be partnering with people or getting rid of partners. It can go both ways. There will be some surprises through April and into May. There may be some surprise turnarounds in some areas. So the main thing to know about April is keep in mind what you really want. Have some faith that you're going in the right direction. All the work you've been doing, whatever it is you're trying to get done, all the work you've been doing is paying off. You just don't see the result quite yet, but you will. You start the month with Venus in that 8th house. That suggests, too, kind of this precursor of money coming in. So I expect through the month of April, especially toward the end, if it hasn't happened before that, that something new will start that has to do with money. And there's a kind of a new start that's gearing up in your career. So in early April, you may be feeling frustrated. Some of this could be tax related, where you're waiting for your refund, and it doesn't come until mid to late April, but it will come in. So it's just finding productive or enjoyable ways to bide your time until things really start to flow for you, most likely in May. But there are two suggestions I could give you. One is just to, instead of pushing so hard for a relationship to work or to get a relationship, rest. Just take a break. In early April, just take a break. Give yourself some relief. Don't keep pushing against a brick wall. Same thing with searching for a job or pushing for money. If you, like, an ex owes you money, like, instead of pushing and banging your head and getting aggravated and maybe even getting angry and lashing out, stop. Just take a break in early April and take it easy. Or if you can't do that, if that's just too hard, then use that time to review and revise on your own things you can control. Or if you have conversations with people, back down from fixed, entrenched positions where you've been rigid and demanding and maybe expecting, your expectations could have been too stringent or high or unreasonable given the situation. Maybe the other person's expectations have been too unreasonable. And it's time to back down from fighting positions and fighting stance. Back down and review and be analytical about it is a better way to go. And so, depending on what the situation is. If you're trying to get a job or get partners, like clients in business, you need to review maybe your messaging, how you come across to people could be reviewed. It doesn't mean you're doing something really wrong. It just means use this. I'm just trying to give you ideas really how you can use this time so you don't drive yourself crazy when things aren't happening at the pace you would like them to happen. It's better just to stay sane through those times because you can't force water to boil before it's going to boil. You can't force the caterpillar to be a butterfly before it's ready. There's a natural cycle going on here and things will happen. It's just trying to keep you sane in the meantime. That's what I'm suggesting. All right, take care.